Oh, well, that was interesting. I had to get photocopies and also a PDF copy of a page for a medical certificate from my treating doctor down in Melbourne. I'll scan it into my computer and send it off to him. But the interesting thing is the amount of things you have to do to just get a printout done these days, or to get a photocopy. Well, the woman actually did the PDF side of it. The woman behind the counter, she did that, so that was all right. But when I had to go and do the photocopying, it's a really complicated system they've got there. You've got to get yourself a stored value card for Officeworks. Then the fun begins, because you've got to then try to work out on a little screen what your options are. And I picked the wrong one. I thought it had print and it had copy. I thought print is what I wanted, but actually copy apparently. And to actually initiate the transaction, you have to remove the card after you've initially put it in. It's a weird system. So, you know, I struggled with it. Luckily she gave me some help. I wouldn't have had a clue otherwise. I wouldn't have known how to do it. So that was good. So I got it all the copies done, and the PDF is now a hard copy. And I spoke to my insurer earlier today, and they were pretty helpful actually. So I think I've got everything I need to put my application in. I might just get an express post envelope and I'll mail it off myself. And yeah, that's getting that together. If I can get my application in with an express post, they should get it in a couple of days max. And it takes 3 to 10 working days for them to do the initial processing of a claim. And then of course after that, any other documentation, whatever, has to be provided. But I want to get the ball rolling ASAP. I would have done this stuff using my own computer, but of course the ink had run out, which I anticipated, and I had purchased a new an ink refill replacement cartridges online. Cost me about 45 bucks. They never arrived, and so I contacted the seller and told them that I was supposed to chase it up, but I don't think they were interested. There's a tracking number for it too, and so I just gave up on them. So unfortunately I've blown my money, because there's a 30-day money back guarantee with eBay, but if it goes over that time, you're not protected. So I've lost the money, unfortunately. So that's no good, and I'm not happy about that. I almost feel like not dealing with eBay, but then again, if I make sure I go within that 30-day process, I'm protected. It's just bad luck because I was going overseas, so a difficult time all around. There's this sort of stuff up. It's just Murphy's Law. And it's the first time I think I've ever given a negative feedback to an eBayer, because they contacted me a week ago, said they'd look into it, should take 24 hours. Didn't hear a word from them. And then they're just not replying to my emails. Yeah, just walking down Mulgrave Road towards Dan Murphy. I stopped off at the shopping centre just to pick up some greens. The bus coming back might stop there anyway, but I figured I'll just get out of the way, because yesterday when was it yesterday? Yeah, I can't recall. It must have been yesterday. I went to the to Coles, and of course they hadn't restocked. This is an issue I've been talking about with my friend who's the investor, who's investing in Wesfarmers stocks, and he pretty well agrees to me. They don't seem to be very interested in the Coles business anymore. It costs them too much without enough rewards, not enough revenue for the drain on their business, and it really isn't up to scratch. Like I said, they don't keep their stock up up to snuff. It was I want to get the baby spinach, and they were trying to flog it off cheaper, and it was I think some of it was actually already past its best use by date. Pretty damn ordinary and cheeky of them to even try to sell it. The other stuff was about a day off from that date, so I just went to the local one now. Luckily they've updated their stock today, but that was pretty slack of them. So if you go to a place like Coles after a public holiday, be very careful about the dates for your perishable produce like baby spinach. Not good enough, and they need new management who are more interested in the business to give them a bit of a kick up the backside. They were pretty good at one stage when Wesfarmers first bought them. They were good, but they just lost the plot now. So I think I just missed the lights here. Got plenty of time. It's a nice day. Forecast not to have any weather. I'm sort of almost halfway there, so I thought, look, I'll walk the rest of it to Dan Murphy's, and luckily got the lights, didn't expect that. And I made a big purchase today online. I was actually very close to buying an electric trike, but I decided not to. I decided to go with a conventional trike from the same manufacturer, and I'm only up for about $450 all up, including postage from Melbourne for the trike. And it's a 24-inch trike, so decent size. It's got a basket at the back. It should be able to take about 50 k's, so that's quite a good carrying capacity. And look, I think most of what I want to do is going to be local anyway. I was thinking it'd be nice to have an electric trike to go to the northern beaches. But I figured, look, I'm not going to pay another grand or so just for that luxury. This is probably a more sensible way of doing it, is to basically get a non-electric version and test the waters with it. If I decide I want to go electric, maybe I could sell this one. I also got a $30 discount, $34 discount I think it was, eBay. I bought a couple of more expensive items recently. One of them was a sound, a pair of Sony headphones going for about $190, so they're quite good quality, and they've got the sound neutralizing hardware in there too, so you can basically wear them on a plane and hopefully not get all that cabin noise. But so I'm very impressed with the sound in my Sony Handycam. It's definitely, they do make products that have got great sound. So I'm expecting it to be pretty good, and it's had good reviews too in the main. You can't please everybody, but you know, most of them have been good, and that's about as best you're going to get. Must drive people crazy having to read reviews if you run a business. Because some people can be just damn vindictive too, and they're not even really reviewing it. But isn't it a wonderful day? And there's these Kazales over there. It's can't say much of the car yachts, but yeah, Kazale's quite attractive. I've still got to go and see if that's it. Hopefully these guys will let me walk through without. Oh, good! I've got a footpath back. It's good to see. Yeah, so, and I'm actually eating more. I had a couple of pies last night. Now, in the recent times, I've only been eating one pie, so I've doubled my consumption of food in the evenings. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I want to go back there to Vietnam. I also want to check out Tiamen Island. It's an absolute paradise. I haven't been there for 5 years or more. Not only a beautiful place to be, but a very friendly place. All the tourists sort of talk to one another, and it's a very friendly hangout. You usually get quite a few European tourists because it's their winter, and it's a really nice atmosphere there. So I wouldn't mind going back there either. So yeah, there's a few options now, and I wouldn't mind skipping winter here. For me, it's a little too cool, funnily enough. I'd be quite happy to miss the peak time here. you get inundated with all the tourists anyway. There's already a stack of tourists here. It seems a lot more than usual. And the next door neighbours, they seem to be very noisy with tourists coming in and out. So yeah, it's not as quiet as it was when I first moved in there. So, but overall, not bad, in spite of the crash. But I knew about the crash when I bought it. Anyway, I'll just should be at Murphy's in about 5 minutes, and I couldn't log in online to see what's sort of available, so I'll just have to check it out in person. But I'll get myself a litre of Jameson's Irish whiskey. Yeah, 50 something, 51 bucks a bottle, I think it is. So I'll grab that, and I think I might even pay cash for a change, because I'm not using my rewards card for American Express now, because they've basically diluted the rewards you get. So I'm just going to cancel it, because it makes it even less viable. I'm not going to be chasing points that I can't achieve just to pay off for the damn card. I mean, there's no other reason to have it. It's just for the reward points, and so I don't think I can be bothered.